Students, in previous class we discussed about work, energy and energy transfer and work. So today in this class now we are discussing about kinetic energy. So what is the meaning of kinetic energy? Now we will discuss about this kinetic energy with one activity. Consider a metal ball and a hollow plastic block which is kept on a table side by side as shown in the figure. Okay. So once you see the figure, in this figure we can observe one metal ball and one plastic block will be there. No? The two are kept on a table side by side. Now suppose that the ball is separated from the block and brought to one end of the table as shown in the figure, and push it to roll on the table with a speed v. Means now the metal ball will be there now. So separate the metal ball from the block and keep that metal ball on the table. Okay. Now separate the ball from the block and bring it to at one end of the table as shown in the figure. Okay, once you observe the figure 11th B, so in that figure we brought that ball to one end of the table, and now apply some force on the ball and push it. Then what will happen to the block? The block will be pushed by the metal ball. Okay, so here we kept a metal ball and plastic block on the table side by side. So now we brought that metal ball to one end of the table and we applied some force on the metal ball and we are leaving. Then what happened to the block? The block will be pushed by the metal ball. Means this metal ball will be there. No, that metal ball hits the plastic block and that block will pushed by the metal ball. What changes do you notice in the position and state of the ball and block when the ball is allowed to roll on the table? So which type of changes you notice in the position and state of the ball and block when the ball is allowed to roll on the table? The metal ball hits the plastic block and later is displaced over a little distance. The metal ball comes to rest after pushing the block over a distance. So here you may notice that when the ball is pushed, it starts moving with a speed v and hits the plastic block and displaces it from point A to B as shown in the figure 11. Okay. So when we apply force on the metal ball, that metal ball hits the plastic block. So then what happened to the block? The block displaces from point A to B as shown in the figure 11 to B. Thus, a moving ball is more energetic than the ball at rest because the moving ball is able to do the work on the plastic block to push it forward, whereas the same ball cannot do any work when it is at rest position. So here when you apply force on the metal ball, it is getting some energy. So this metal ball is in motion. Okay, here we are applied force on the metal ball now, so that metal ball is in motion. So this is applying some force on the plastic block. So the plastic block is there, no, that is displaced from point A to B. So by this we can say the moving ball is more energetic than the ball at rest. Okay, so that moving ball have more energy when we compare the ball which is at rest, because the moving ball is able to do the work on a plastic block to push it forward. Okay, so here moving ball is doing some work on the plastic block. Why? Because that plastic block is there, no, that moves forward. Okay, so whereas same ball cannot be do any work when it is at rest. Okay, if the ball which is at rest, a metal ball, when it is at rest, it not doing any work. Okay, so when you are applying force on the ball, it will come into motion, then it is able to do some work. Okay, means it is doing some work on the plastic bag. That's why the plastic bag displaces from point A to B. So in other words, a body have more energy when it is moving than when it is at rest position. Means we can say that a body having more energy when it is in motion. But when it is at rest position, that time that does not have any energy. So repeat this activity by pushing the metal ball with more force so as to increase its speed. Okay, so here do the same activity, so but increase the force. Okay, repeat this activity by pushing the metal ball with more force so as to increase its speed, and observe the changes in the position of the plastic bag on the table. So you may notice that the increasing in the speed of the ball increase its capacity of doing work on a bag. Okay, so now apply more force on the ball. Okay, apply more force on the ball, again push it. Okay, then what happened? Here we are increased applied force now. Then what happened? Its speed will be increased. Okay, here we are applying more force, due to that the ball speed also increasing. Okay, so then we can observe. So here we are increased force, means we applied more force on the ball. So then what happened? We are applied more force on the ball now. So then what happened? It is going with more speed and it is hits with the plastic bag. Okay, so here the work done by the ball will be there now, that also increasing, means it is doing more work on the wooden bag. Okay, sorry, plastic bag. So in second situation, we applied more force on the ball. Okay, means we are increased force, means more force is applied on the ball. Then what happened? The ball is moving with more speed. So and it is hits the plastic bag. It hits the plastic bag, means the ball is doing some work on the bag or not. Okay, it is doing some work on the bag. So here the metal ball is doing some work on the bag now, that will be increased. How it will be increased? By increasing the applied force on the ball. Okay, so thus we can conclude that a moving object can do work. An object moving faster can do more work than an identical object moving relatively slow. So by this activity we can say that moving object can do work. Okay, so the object which is moving with very fast, that is doing more work when we compare with the object which is going slowly. Okay, so if the object speed is increasing, then the work done by the object also increasing. If the object is going with slow, then the work done by the object is also slow. Here we can say that objects in motion that can do some work. Okay, but the objects which are going with a very speed, that is doing more work when we compare with the object going with slow speed. Okay, here what we did in this activity, here we took one metal ball and plastic bag. We kept that metal ball and plastic bag side by side on a table. Now we brought metal ball slowly to the one end of the table, and we applied some force on the ball and we are leaving. Then what happened? The ball will be move forward and it hits with the plastic bag. Then what happened to the plastic bag? The plastic bag will be there, no, that is moved from point A to point B, means that plastic bag is displaced. Okay, so next second time we increased applied force on the metal ball. Okay, means we applied more force on the ball, again we are leaving the ball. Then what happened? here we are increased the applied force, no, means we applied more force. Then what happened? Its speed will be increased. We applied more force on the ball, then the speed of a ball also increasing. So then what happened? That is hits the plastic block with more speed. Then the plastic block is displaced more. Okay. So here when we roll a ball on the table, it is hits with the plastic block, no. So then what happened? It is doing some work. Okay, this metal ball is doing some work on the block. That's why that block is displaced. Okay, that block is moved from A to B. So when we apply some force on the metal ball, then what happened? The metal ball is displaced. Means the metal ball is, when we apply force on the metal ball hits the plastic block, then the plastic block is moved from point A to point B. So in second time, we increased applied force, means we applied more force on the ball. So here we applied more force on the ball. No? Then what happened? It is hits the plastic block with more speed, means it is doing more work on the plastic block. Okay, so when we apply more force on the metal ball, that metal ball doing more work on the plastic block. Okay, so by this experiment we can say that the objects which are moving, that is doing some work. The objects which are in motion, that have some energy, and the objects which are in motion, that is doing some work. But the objects which are moving with very fast, that are doing more work when we compare with the objects which are moving slowly. Okay, so by this activity we can say like this: the energy possessed by an object due to its motion is called as kinetic energy. So by this activity we can say like this: kinetic energy is nothing but the energy possessed by an object due to its motion is called as kinetic energy. Okay, so we can now we will discuss about discuss some examples for kinetic energy. So what are that examples? Means when a fast moving cricket ball hits the wicket, it makes the wickets to tumble, but if the swinging bat in the hands of a batsman hits the ball, it reaches the boundary. So we know that in many situations in our daily life, where the objects with kinetic energy do work on other objects. Okay, so in our daily life we can observe so many situations. What is that? The objects which have kinetic energy, that is doing some work on the other objects. Okay, so the objects which have kinetic energy, that is doing some work on the other objects. For example, a fast moving cricket ball hits the wickets. Okay, a fast moving cricket ball hits the wickets. So a fast moving cricket ball means ball is in motion. So if the ball is in motion, then what happens? It hits the wickets. It will hit the wickets. Means this fast moving cricket ball is doing some work on the wickets. Means this is one of the example for kinetic energy. Objects like a falling coconut. Okay, falling coconut is there, that also we can say example for kinetic energy. So a falling coconut also we can say example for kinetic energy. Why? Because falling coconut means it will in motion. In its motion, it have kinetic energy. No? If the objects are in motion, that have kinetic energy. Means falling coconut is one of the example for kinetic energy. Okay. Why? Because here the coconut is in motion. If the objects are in motion, that time that have kinetic energy. So falling coconut also have kinetic energy. So this falling coconut, if the coconut is in motion, that able to do some work on the other object. Okay. Next, rolling stone. Rolling stone means here the stone is rolling, means it is in motion. It is in motion means it have kinetic energy. Okay. So this rolling stone also we can say one of the example for kinetic energy. Okay. And a moving car. Moving car means car is in motion. If the objects in motion, that time that have energy. That energy is only called as kinetic energy. So moving car also we can say one of the example for kinetic energy. Okay. So these all we can say examples for kinetic energy. We will discuss about formula for kinetic energy. We know that the kinetic energy of a body is at rest is 0. If the body is at rest, then the kinetic energy of a body is 0. But the kinetic energy of a body moving with certain velocity is equal to the work done on it to make it acquire that velocity from rest. So here kinetic energy of a body moving with certain velocity is equal to the work done on it to make it acquire the velocity from rest. So here let us assume that an object of mass m is at rest on a smooth horizontal plane as shown in the figure 12. Once you observe this figure 12, here one object is there, that object mass is m. So that is at rest position on a smooth horizontal plane. Okay, here one object is there, that object mass is m. It is at rest position on a table. Okay, so it is at rest position on the table. Let it be displaced through a distance s from point A to B by applying force, by a force acting upon it in the direction of displacement. Okay, so here if we apply force on this object, then what happens? The objects will move from A to B. Okay, so here we are applying some force on this object, then the object is moving from A to B. Okay, so in the horizontal direction, the net force F net is equal to applied force. So here we are applying some force on the object. Then what happened to that object? The objects will be displaced. Okay, so here we can say that work done on the object or not? Yes, we can say. We can say that work done on the object. So the work done by the object by the net force W is equals to F into S. Okay, so here we are applying some force on the object. Then what happens to that object? That objects will be displaced. That object will be displaced. Yes or no? So then we can say that work done on the object. So what is the formula for work? Work W is equals to F into S. F into S. Let the work done by the object cause a change in its velocity from u to v, and the acceleration produced is a. So here we are applying some force on the object. No, then the object is displaced from point A to B. Means its velocity is changing or not. First it is at rest. That is called as initial velocity. That is shown by u. When we apply some force, then what happens? It is displaced. Means it is going from point A to B, means its velocity is changing or not. Okay, its velocity is changing. So first its velocity is changing from u to v, means u is initial velocity, v is final velocity. So first it is at rest. When we apply some force on that, then what happens? Its velocity will be changing. Okay, so here the velocity is changing or not changing. So initial velocity is u, final velocity is v. So we applied force on that. Then what happened to that object? The objects will be displaced. Means that is velocity is changing or not changing velocity. Means that when we apply force on that, that object will be accelerated. That acceleration is a. Okay. So here we are applying some force on the object. Then its velocity is changing from u to v, and the acceleration is produced in the object. That acceleration is a. Okay. So in the chapter motion, we studied about the equations of uniform accelerated motion. In second chapter, we discussed three equations about uniform accelerated motion. So here the relation between initial velocity u, final velocity v, acceleration a, and displacement is s. Okay. So here initial velocity, here we applied force on that object, no, then its velocity is changing u to v, means that is initial velocity u, final velocity is v. Then the objects will be accelerate. That acceleration is a, means that is changing from a to b, means it is displaced. The displacement is s. So the equation related to v, u, s and a. What is that equation? Can you say the equation related to u, v, s and a? Yes, we can say. What is that equation? V square minus u square is equals to 2as. V square minus u square equal to 2as. So this equation we can write like this. Yes, separate yes. Okay. Then v square minus u square is equal to as is there. No, separate yes. If we separate the s, then what we can write? V square minus u square by 2a. Okay, we can write this v square minus u square is equal to 2as equation like this. S equal to v square minus u square by 2a. We can write like this also. So we know that what is that Newton's second law of motion? Newton's second law of motion, F net is equals to ma. F net is equals to ma. Okay. So here from the second and third equation, what is second equation? V square minus u square is equals to s, is equal that we can write like this. S is equals to v square minus u square by 2a. And what is third equation? F net is equals to ma. So from the second and third equation, substitute the s value and f value in first equation. What is first equation? W is equals to f into s. So in the place of f, substitute equation 3. In the place of s, substitute equation number 2. Okay. So f is equals to ma and s is equals to v square minus u square by 2a. Substitute in equation number 1. Then what will come? What w is equals to f into s. F means ma right, in the place of f ma right. Okay, and s is equals to what? V square minus u square by 2a right here, v square minus u square by 2a. So a get cancelled. Then what will come? W equal to of m into v square minus u square. This is called as work energy theorem. Okay, so here initial velocity is, we have assumed that the object is at rest. First that object is at rest, so means its initial velocity u is equals to 0. So that u is equals to 0, substitute in this, then what will come? W equal to half m v square. W equal to half m v square will come. So this is the equation for kinetic energy. Okay, so we know that the kinetic energy of a body moving with certain velocity is equals to work done on the object to acquire the velocity from rest. So by this we can say the kinetic energy of a body, moving with certain velocity, that is equal to work done on the object to acquire that velocity from rest. So the kinetic energy possessed by an object of mass m and moving with velocity v, then that have some kinetic energy, that kinetic energy Ke is equals to half m v square. What is the formula for kinetic energy? Ke is equals to half m v square.